Welcome back, Step listeners, to another awesome episode of the Step Sergeant Podcast. Today, we got a very special guest with us, but we'll start off with the intros. As always, our host, Tim Hunsaker.
What's up, guys?
Co-host, Eric Hunter. Nassim Johnson is not here with us today. He's out doing great things for God and country. So, in his place, we have our special guest, Master Sergeant KP.
And say something.
I mean, hey, you say whatever you want to say. Speak to the crowd.
Hello, crowd.
But instead of doing our normal story time to start off, we're going to kind of interview our guests, get a couple questions, see, let the world know about Master Sergeant KP. And that way, whenever you start speaking, we actually know why you have some good insight on what you say, and you're not just some random dude in a polo. So
it's insight. I don't know if I'd call it good insight.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey, that's all right.
We'll take what we can get, right?
Yeah.
Fair.
We have bad insight on most things, but people listen to us anyway. So give us the short version. How did you go from the young kid in the streets to Master Sergeant KP? Like if I were to pick up a book that said Master Sergeant KP and I looked at the back of it.
Well, it all started. Sometimes most of the time, I feel like I pretty much still am the kid in the streets. But I'm 40-something, so I guess I'm not anymore. But
it at least hurts a little bit when you try to do those kid in the street things. Huh?
Yeah, big time. But no. First of all, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here.
I've been hearing all about the podcast and all good things, and I'm excited to be here. I've never been on a podcast before. Trying to prepare myself for what it's going to be like to be famous. Never been on TV, so I don't know what to do with my hands.
Johnson talks crap because I do a lot of finger guns.
Mm-hmm. They can't see that on the radio.
Oh, true.
Yeah. So I'm not going to be on TV anymore.
Oh, I mean, probably on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no, really, thanks for having me. Just a little bit about me. I feel weird telling you guys because
yeah, it's more for everybody else than for us.
But I work with these guys. It's a pleasure. In some descriptions, I would be called their boss. Most of the time, I don't feel like I'm the boss of anybody. But been around a long time. Been around the Guard for 24 years. Got a lot of experience, a lot of travel. A lot of frequent doorbell rings here in the office, which is a good thing. That means we got people coming in and out. Been in recruiting for about 11 years now. Have the MOSs 11 Bravo, 14 Sierra, 14 Mike, and 79 Tango. Two deployments, a couple other little things in different little places. Most importantly, aside from being the team leader of B2, the top recruiting team in the state of South Carolina. Fact, not opinion. Most importantly, I am a dad, 2 little girls. Husband and a father is who I am first and foremost. And that's like really what drives me every day, aside from being out here with the team, accomplishing the mission. Other than that, born and raised in the greatest city in the world, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, home of the top football team in the NFC East, Philadelphia Eagles. Big sports fan, big Philly sports fan. I love being outside, exercising, surfing, running, cutting the grass, doing dad things. And so I guess that's the short version.
I like it.
All right.
So you've had a few MOSs.
I have.
I already know the answer to this, but I got to ask anyways. What's your favorite one?
My favorite one out of all the MOSs, which there are only 2, right? Because there's infantry and there's everybody else.
Right.
My favorite MOS out of my 4 and all the other ones is infantry, because that is the Army. When I was a kid, growing up, playing Army, out in the woods, I was playing infantry, right?
Right.
And I think if you're going to join and you want to join to do Army things, you join the infantry because that's where you get to do Army things.
Absolutely.
Right?
So you weren't coerced by your recruiter to be infantry, them trying to sell you on some dream. You wanted to be infantry off the gate.
I was coerced by my recruiter to not be infantry.
Really?
Yes.
And then chose it anyways.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, that part I did not know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what did he want to? Was he trying to get into? Just anything else?
Anything that involved a skill that I could use.
So you could do something besides security or recruiting.
Yeah. But I was a 17-year-old hard-headed kid, and 9/11 had just happened, and that's when everybody was joining for patriotic reasons, and I didn't see any patriotic reasons behind doing any of these other jobs.
That's
So
fair.
sometimes being hard-headed pays off, and sometimes you end up in the infantry.
Hey, yeah.
So if there's one thing about the infantry that you miss, what would you say it is?
Man, the camaraderie and the physical challenge, and the uniqueness of the job. There's nothing else like it. So
Okay. And on the flip side, if there's one thing you don't miss and you are glad you never have to do every day, what would it
all the other stuff.
be? The monotony of military, basically.
What words am I allowed to say on here? Am I allowed to-
Whatever you
oh,
want.
man.
Anything.
I'll try to keep it somewhat professional, but it's not so much the stereotypical cold, wet, tired. Like you don't need to train to be cold, wet, and tired, right? But it's all bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
Just things that don't make sense. I don't like when things don't make sense, and there's a lot of idle time, and then a lot of bosses that try to find gainful employment for that idle time, which a lot of times turns into bullshit. So I don't miss the bullshit.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So, being that you're in a more of a leadership role, we don't have. I say we're not leaders. Like we are leaders, but not the senior level. Like we're considered junior leaders. So I guess the question is, what do you say was harder, the transition from a combat MOS to a non-combat, or a transition from like being a junior leader to being a senior leader?
I mean, truthfully, I don't think I had difficulty with either one. I think that the skills you learn in the operational side of the military as a whole, especially in the infantry, through deployments of all the OIF, OEF stuff going on. I mean, you pick up skills that are applicable anywhere, not just anywhere within the military, but anywhere in life. And so, transitioning from that to recruiting, I think it was right on time for me. I was ready to settle down, have a family, um, and do different things. As far as transitioning from a junior leader to a senior leader, I feel like I've always been a better NCO than a recruiter. I've always been a better leader than a recruiter, and I had to endure the 10 years of being a recruiter, a very average recruiter, to be able to practice the skill set that I think is really best suited for me, which is leadership. But I had to endure those 10 years of putting people in boots first, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Do you feel like, as a senior leader, do you feel like senior leaders should have combat deployments? Do you feel like it's an important thing to have?
For a very long time, I thought that, especially while we had 2 wars going on. It's because you learn so much on a combat deployment that you can't be told. You have to learn it by experience, and leaders should never be asking soldiers to do something that they have not or would not do. That's a perspective that's informed at a certain level during a certain time. But to be more realistic about it, sometimes I look around and realize how old I am, and that a lot of not just our younger soldiers, but recruiters on our team haven't even been afforded the opportunity for a deployment, especially a combat deployment. They're very few and far between over the last 5 to 10 years. And so you can't expect everybody to have that experience, but I think there's a large value placed on it because there's just things you learn that you can take with you as a leader that you just can't get from a school or from a field training exercise or something like that. So to put a definitive have to have combat deployment, combat experience, I mean, yeah, in an ideal world, sure. But realistically, it's not like a blanket statement that I feel like we could make.
That's fair, especially with the new environment nowadays. Yeah, we just, but maybe just a deployment in general, like actually being out there and physically going from the training environment where it's
Mhm.
this is the perfect world scenario to being in and doing it, because that's when you really know the difference between how you handle the stress, because the stress of training is fabricated. The stress of the actual doing the job, even if it's something like going to DC, like what we send a lot of people to do, and just helping patrol, like the constant changes, the on the fly changes of that.
Mhm.
I feel like being able to cope and handle that is important for a leader. So yeah, yeah. But
And just to expand on that too, like no training environment, even the best ones we have, like NTC or JRTC, where they really do a great job at simulating. But no training environment can duplicate the longevity of time that you're up against on a deployment because most things are simulated. You're within a certain time parameter. Um, so there's that element. And then even just the experience of seeing the big picture of how the army works,
Mhm.
even logistically. And like, um, I remember when I first got to Kuwait before we moved into Iraq in '06, our little 2 week acclimatization and logistical stop. My mind was blown at the movement from here to there as a unit and all the equipment that was staged and then when I got to Iraq and we got to our fob, which was somewhat remote, but to see a fully functioning chow hall, gym, PX, in addition to the operations that were being conducted every day and all that goes in, you see the full picture of how the army works on a deployment and that can really inform your experience as a leader. Otherwise, you're just guessing about it.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
sure. Tim, you've been very quiet over there. If you are in the position where you're about to be a senior leader,
Yeah.
but you deploy, but not to combat. So, do you have an opinion on that? Like what?
I mean, I do. So as far as like whether it's important, I do put a lot of importance onto it just because I feel like it's, we're being, the military is going down a route where it's either kind of like a promote or get out type scenario. Whereas it wasn't always like that. And so, like, if you've never given the opportunity to go on a deployment and like actually see the real world of how everything works and like what to do when everything you train for isn't the right answer, and just kind of like that initial reaction. Um, like if you haven't been through that, then it's kind of hard for somebody that, like, if you have like a junior enlisted that has been through that because maybe they just happen to go on a combat deployment, but like you as a senior leader have not. Like sometimes it can be hard to relate to those people and build that confidence that they should have in you as the senior leader. So, I mean, there's definitely like an emphasis on how important it is to go on a deployment, whether it's combat or just any type of deployment. I mean, like I've been lucky to go on stateside deployments, but they're all been for like disaster relief for like hurricanes, floods, and fires. I haven't had the opportunity to go overseas, other than to like the Philippines. But it's one of those things where it would be cool to go, and it was something that I wanted to do back in the day. But like life changes, and so it's kind of like what you said, where you were ready to settle down. Like I never had the opportunity prior to when I decided I was going to settle down. And so I feel like at some point in your career, you got to make that decision like, you know what, it's okay. Like, you can still be a great senior leader. You can still take care of your soldiers, and like, it's not something that is a requirement. It's just something that can help you. So
You would have some tough questions to answer if you went home and told your real boss that you were about to volunteer
oh
for
yeah,
a
oh yeah.
deployment.
I tried that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm sure it didn't go well.
I mean, I didn't go, so
Yeah. They'd be like, hell no, where do you think you're going?
yeah.
You're going, yeah, you can deploy right back to that damn seat and do your damn job. But so I feel like the running joke is you keep calling yourself old. So what about young you? If you could give yourself, go back to, you joined at 17 or 18? 17. So if you could go back with all of the knowledge you have now and give one single piece of advice to 17-year-old you, what would it be?
Man, that's actually, yeah, I was going to make some old jokes, but you caught me with a question that I've never really asked myself. And I think because I told you I'm raising two girls, I really don't have time to stop and think about anything. And then, you know, I don't know if your viewers know you are 20% of the team that I have the privilege to work with every day. So my phone pretty much is always ringing.
Believe me, we know. We're amazed it hasn't started ringing yet.
Well, it's on silent.
Fair enough. Okay, that helps.
But yeah, so I don't really have a lot of time to stop and think about 17-year-old me. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of live with the mentality of like everything that I did, good, bad, or indifferent, and there's a lot of each. Got me to where I am, and I'm good with where I am. I over the years, especially working in a ROTC before coming here, I was able to impart a lot of good advice to newly enlisted soldiers and soon to be lieutenants, just about career management and things like that. Um, I would ask that 17-year-old kid if I could get back some of that energy and like exercise recovery and stored away for the 40s.
Right.
But I don't know. I think as long as you're being, true to who you are and making decisions based off of what you believe is right for you. And look, you couldn't tell 17-year-old me shit anyway.
So you wouldn't
So
even
I could
listen.
go back, but I wouldn't listen.
Listen,
Like,
yeah.
all right, you old bastard, get back to
Yeah.
where you were.
The
I'll be
hell?
there eventually.
I'd be like, damn, I'm gonna have that much gray hair at age 40 something. What? They don't have just for men in the future?
So no regrets, not one single letter, huh?
Not a single letter.
All right. Well, in true Steps Are in podcast fashion, I gotta ask a question that you gotta get heated about. Usually it's me whenever Nassim talks about drones because I get tired of us talking about drones. So it's your turn to be the frustrated one.
All right.
How do you feel about the 11 Bravo MOS being awarded to the 19 Deltas, 19 Kilos, 12 Bravos? And it's actually, when you look more into it, 11 Charlie is also being awarded to them as well. So they're getting 3 MOSs from one thing of training. And that's training that you went through, that you had to put your blood, sweat, and tears through, that they're just getting for doing what they did. Which isn't even as long, because 12 Bravo training is only, 14 weeks compared to 22 weeks for infantry?
Want to keep going?
Yeah. I'm trying to just rub some salt in the wound at this point. Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna get as fired up as 17-year-old me would have. There's a lot of pride in the infantry about the blue cord and that it is earned. And I've had plenty of back and forth over the years about 11B and 11 wannabe, and practically infantry, and we were with the infantry and doing this and that, and I don't know, maybe I am just getting old because it's like, all right, go ahead, have it, have the MOS on paper, put it in your iPerms or your IPSE or whatever the hell we want to be using. But at the end of the day, everybody knows. Everybody knows.
If you ain't go to Fort Benning, you ain't go nowhere.
So, good luck.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't. You know, I'm not gonna. I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna play into your rage bait. You know, so you can get your Instagram clip. But
that's really unfortunate. I was looking forward to that.
Yeah, I mean, truly, it's yeah, I don't know. I guess with age comes wisdom, and I don't know if it's something I really have like, you know, I'm usually like right up to here with the stress level, and so if I'm gonna stress about that, something's gonna go wrong. I'm gonna blow a gasket, pop a blood vessel, have an aneurysm. I don't, you know, try not to do all that. So
we're at the it is what it is level.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where we are, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like something that I was always told by senior leaders was like, you're not going to understand the outlook that a senior leader has until you're in a senior leader's shoes. Because it's like when you're at your level, like even as just like as a staff sergeant that's a recruiter over a specific area, like all you're worried about is like your area and your recruiting mission, right? And then maybe your battle buddies to your left and right because you want everybody in your office to be successful, right? But or even like as an E5, as a squad leader, like you're worried about your squad, and that's about like the extent of your worries usually. But then like for you as a master sergeant, you're not worried about just yourself, but you're also worried about everybody else in your AO, on your team, and the success and what's going to happen, all that stuff. So it's kind of like your outlook changes to where it's like you see the reason behind the changes, whether you agree with them fully or not. Like you're in a position now where you kind of have to support the big picture. And so I feel like over time, like you said, you know, age comes wisdom, but I feel like it also just comes with like the new job, the new position, and just being able to see it from a different perspective. So yeah.
To that point, balance is always important, right? And over the course of my life, I've heard the phrase like "don't forget where you came from" many, many times, and just like any catchphrase, like I'm sure that has different meanings to different people, but yeah, in this role, it is important to take the context. I feel like you guys hear me say a lot, like zoom out, right? Whether we're talking about mission or context, but it is important to have the mission of the battalion in, you know, factored into all the decisions that I make. But at the same time, I feel like because this role in recruiting is essentially middle management, right? And as soon as I forget what it was like to be a recruiter and tip 51-49 in favor of the battalion's mission as opposed to, you know, when we weigh the priorities of the team mission, the battalion mission, individual recruiter battalion mission. As soon as you tip 51% that way, I feel like you've lost your purpose as a direct leader of recruiters. And you can apply that to pretty much every step of leadership. As soon as you forget what it's like to do that job and you're more worried about what's going on up here, you've lost your effectiveness as a leader, in my opinion.
I've always heard that old saying, you know how good you are of a leader, because if people come to you with their problems, that means they trust that you can fix them. When people stop coming to you with problems, it means they don't trust you to fix them anymore. It's not that there aren't any problems, it's that can't trust you to fix it, so we just don't bring them to you. So
kind of like Tim will get this more than you will, but like with toddlers, as soon as it gets quiet,
you know there's something going on.
Shit ain't right.
So if that phone's not ringing, then you know
shit ain't right.
Yeah.
You got to start calling around. Hey, what's
y'all
going
got any
on?
problems today? What's going on?
We all decided to take a beach day. Like, you know, something's going on.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Well, we appreciate the wisdom. We'll stop bugging you with questions and let you. We'll move on to our next segment, which is our promoter demote segment.
This is the childish segment.
It's the childish
yeah, it's
segment
definitely the
where
This is what I'm here for.
yeah, this is where it gets a little funny.
Okay.
Um,
So tell me the rules.
the rules are we tell a story and then collectively we decide whether who and what should be promoted or demoted in the situation. So like if it's a basic training story, and the soldier does something dumb and the drill sergeant has a unique way of punishing them, you could say promote the drill sergeant and demote the soldier, or vice versa. Like the soldier is clever and gets back on the drill sergeant. Well, hey, the drill sergeant didn't have a good retort. Hey, demote that drill sergeant. Screw that. Send him back. Get him off the trail. Send him back to the streets. Um, we've had a few where we've seen privates do such dumb stuff that I've straight up said, send that kid back through NEPS. So don't even just demote him, kick him out. He needs to be reclassified by
Back to
NEPS.
the couch.
Yeah. So we also had some where we were like, yeah, not just promote a head of peers, like make that man a sergeant major of the army. Like he deserved everything.
All right. Okay.
Yeah,
All right, I'm here for it.
absolutely.
All right. So we've got a good mix of stories that I was able to find and stories that were actually shared from listeners, fans. I'm not going to say which is which, but we're just going to get started.
Okay.
All right, so we got Fort Knox in 2005. My entire company had to remove everything not permanently attached to the three-story building that we occupied, wall lockers, bunks, even the floor buffers, and recreate the layout of the building in our assembly area at 0200 or 0230 in February, all because one of the drills went on a rifle collection spree. I was up because I was doing laundry and saw him with 15 M4 rifles slung across him at one point. He made eye contact with me and promised me that the most savage smoke session while wearing full mop gear if I alerted anyone to what was happening. I had to sit for 45 minutes while he ransacked every unsecure weapon in the building, knowing there was nothing I could do, and also knowing that this was red phase, so mass punishment was the standard. And whatever it was we were in for was not going to be enjoyable. After that, everyone slept with a rifle under the blanket with the sling wrapped around their leg, and there was only 2 rifles that were taken for the rest of the cycle.
I go first.
Yeah, go ahead, sure.
All right. Look, I feel like all my answers are going to have to come with a disclaimer, right?
Oh, that's fine.
Because
we don't represent the DoD in any way.
Yeah.
So this is
because and look, that shit would not fly today. Okay, so I'm not saying that this is what should be happening. And also, before I give my answer, I will say, was I there? Because I
that
feel
sounds like
like
a similar story.
I'm pretty sure I've done that exact thing. Just a couple years prior. Promote.
promote the drill sergeant.
Promote.
How do you feel about the kid that locked eyes and was like, threatened to do some smoke session mop gear? Like, would you have alerted your battle buddies, or would you stay
And would you
quiet?
have taken the L and just
Do you know
took
what the fuck happens to snitches?
Oh, yeah.
hey,
Well,
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Mhm.
So
let's make it known right now. I ain't no snitch.
So the private
Right.
did the right thing and kept his mouth shut.
Come on.
So carry on for private. And you know what? I feel like it was a smooth recovery because those soldiers learned. Only 2 rifles got taken after that. I feel like that's a, good job on the soldiers for actually learning something from it instead of just taking the smoke session and bitching about it and just continuing to be fucked up. So that drill sergeant made those soldiers learn. My drill sergeant always said, you're either going to be smart privates or you're going to be strong privates. And those guys became smart privates, so good for them. Good on you, drill sergeant. Yeah, I'm with Mass Sergeant. Promote drill sergeant.
I like it.
Given the time and the context,
Yes,
Right.
obviously, we're not advocating for that now. Too many feelings would be hurt.
God, take the rifles. Butt stroke somebody, it'll be all right.
All right. Next up. So this one said, had a guy write a 500-word essay on respect. This was his team leader's idea, and he wrote it in fine tip Sharpie on a roll of toilet paper. His team leader lost his shit. I, the platoon sergeant, laughed my ass off and gave the kid a 10-second running head start to hide from his team leader, who was foaming at the mouth. As someone who's had to write multiple essays for doing some dumb shit, I think we should promote this person because he wrote it on toilet paper. That's just brilliant.
Look, the fact that he didn't rip the toilet paper while he was writing it is honestly more impressive, especially if it was Army toilet paper.
Yeah.
Nobody can write on Army toilet paper, first of all.
Exactly.
Nah, it would bleed into the whole thing.
If he did it, I mean, promote him twice just for
Alright.
that.
So I'm going to promote the platoon sergeant just for his level-headed perspective.
Mhm.
Yeah. Being part of the game.
I am going to promote the lower enlisted for his level of pettiness, which is like level 10. I mean, that's I couldn't think of some shit like that. And then I hope it wasn't the team leader that submitted the story because team leader, I gotta demote you. I mean, we out here 500-word essays on respect. I did that shit in detention in 5th grade, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So promote, demote, promote.
I agree.
Yeah.
Because mainly the demote part, because he got so butthurt about it.
Oh, he got
and
totally worked up
like-
over the private just doing what we do. Like,
I would have done
it's just
something.
part of the game.
I would have found another way. Like, instead of just getting mad and like going out like, "Oh, I'm gonna smoke you for that." Like, now he's creative, so now you got to be creative back. Like, it's got to be a back and forth. That way we can have fun with it and still teach a lesson. I would like made him wrap himself in freaking toilet paper or something. That same toilet paper he just used, he'd wrap himself in it, and like that would have been his armor. Like wrap his freaking ACH in or something. Now you walk around with toilet paper head. Like, I don't know, something where he knows not to do some dumb stuff like that again, but you're not getting butthurt about it either.
And teachable leadership moment. Like you don't lead from reacting in your feelings.
Yeah.
Emotional leadership is good, but not the kind that I'm mad and now I'm gonna react to you making me mad.
Yeah.
That's good luck.
Yeah. You agree with all that, Tim?
I do.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next
All right.
question.
Next one. In basic, we had Fire Guard and Suicide Watch. Full battle rattle, our drills told us to keep the suicidal RTT from killing himself. So throughout the night, we woke him up every 30 minutes to see if he was alive. Suicide guy snaps and runs to the office and has a breakdown. Drills demand an explanation. So I confidently told him we were keeping him alive, Drill Sergeant. If he dies in his sleep, he'll die in real life. The man just looked at him and said, "You better thank these men. They care." Our first sergeant was so miffed he had to walk away laughing.
So we had a guy that was on Suicide Watch, and actually his name was Fine Out. And so it wasn't Suicide Watch. The drill sergeants call it Fine Out Watch. And we had one guy that got added to every fire guard shift, and his one job was to sit next to his bed, and they had a chair facing Fine Out. And you just had to stare at Fine Out and watch this man sleep.
Did they call that fuck around and find out?
Oh, they probably should have.
That would have been good.
Should have.
That would have been good.
I know that for a fact that there were some people that every time they'd wait for him to start snoring and they'd kick his ball. So that story could have very well come from when I went to basic, to be honest. Like, that was a very similar story.
We definitely had something similar in mind. I mean, we weren't quite that bad as much as assholes are, but we had a dude that sleepwalked, and he would like come and just like, stare at people that he didn't like in his sleep. It was weird. He's a weird dude.
Wow.
He ended up getting kicked out, but
Yeah, I was about to say you can't be a sleepwalker.
I have 2 points because I don't know who to demote. Maybe all of them. Maybe everybody in that story.
Just demote them all.
That's the kind of story that like has me looking forward to retirement.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
Because it's the fuck games. That's all it is. It's fuck games.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I'm not often speechless, am I? But
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that.
I mean, in the previous episode, Johnson just demoted the whole entire story. So I mean, you could just demote the whole story.
Yeah, he said
It's
this
definitely
story
an
was.
option.
He said, "Fuck this story, demote the whole thing."
If that's an option, let's
Yeah,
go with
yeah,
that.
we can go with that. Yeah, yeah. I like
Yeah,
it.
we're very loose on what we promote or demote. We just kind of
Here for it.
yeah, we're just here for it. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. What you got?
All right, next up. So I was in MRP and we had an inspection because someone across deck got caught with contraband. So senior drill instructor kicks a footlocker into the quarter deck, one of those old wooden ones, and says to us, "You got 5 minutes to put any contraband in this footlocker, and you won't get in trouble." After he goes back to his duty hut, one of the recruits comes up and puts his homemade drawings in there. Senior drill instructor comes out after a few minutes and asks, "What the heck is this?" Now I was debating if I should do this or not. He's like, it's hentai porn, sir. A recruit replies, "Come get this. I don't care about this shit," Senior Drill said. The TLDR, we got to keep our precious supply of hentai after Senior Drill knew we had it.
You know what hentai is, right?
I believe I do. I'm gonna promote the drill sergeant
For
for the
letting
way
him
he
pull
handled that
Yeah, the Senior
situation.
Drill, yeah, took care of that one pretty.
And I almost want to promote the guy for creativity and integrity because
He actually,
he did the right thing, I guess, and put it in the Foot Locker. I did that to my surprise that I'm saying this, but I think that's an all around promote.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
well done.
Nice, yeah. Kudos to them.
You agree?
They got their porn, and the drill sergeant's not mad about it.
Yeah. Hey, there you go.
Hey,
It's a
let's keep it
win-win.
rolling.
All right. So this week we were drilling with rifles. We obviously all looked like shit, but somehow one of our squad leaders stood out in a sea of shitbaggery. So he's getting the DI treatment for like an hour. He literally fucked up every movement, and they just wouldn't give him a break. We're at port arms when I hear a sniffle, and out of the corner of my eye, I can tell he started crying. Cue our kill hat walking slowly over to him to put his finger on the tear, lick it, and then quietly said, "Now I own your soul," and just slowly walked back to where he'd been standing. One of those things that sounds ridiculous to write about, but in the moment, I didn't know if I was going to shit my pants or double over laughing.
Fair.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it wasn't happening to me, I guess I'd probably laugh about it. But if the drill sergeant did that to me, especially when I first got to basic, yeah, I'd probably shit my pants. I'd be like, "Oh my god, these people really are gonna kill me. I'm really gonna die out here."
I expected that to go a number of different ways. I did not see that coming.
I mean,
An obvious demotion for crying during drill and ceremony at anything other than the national anthem or the army song, which are both tearjerkers.
Not the army song.
So yeah, sorry buddy, you ain't gonna make it. Let's just be honest. So that's a demotion. The drill instructor who licked the tear, honestly, I don't want to say anything that might offend him because I don't know if I have anything that might give away my location, but I don't particularly want to meet this guy, and if I do, I don't want to be on record as saying anything that may have pissed him off. So, Hunter, what do you say? New York respectfully abstains.
New York abstains.
Yes.
Courteously.
That.
Hey, I'm promoting the drill instructors. That man.
I mean, it was pretty.
The amount of psychological trauma he just inflicted on that guy is
not just that guy. Apparently on everybody, just a little
top
bit.
tier level. That's top tier level. They will never fuck with that drill instructor ever. No one will ever talk back to him. But he just licked somebody's tear, and that's weird.
Yeah, can we just acknowledge that that's fucking gross?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
it is.
yes, that is wild. Yeah, that's got to be that's some old head shit right there. Like old head, not even like 1970s old.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I kept prefacing it until you got good with it. All right.
All right. All right, next one. A few years back, I was on a fob in buttfuck Afghanistan. Our E1 was a master at his craft and hooked us up with fantastic connection. We were able to FaceTime our families. So, I do the only thing anyone would do. I FaceTime my wife while tugging one off in the shitter. I was almost done when I heard the bullets pass above my head, dropped the laptop, pulled up my Ranger panties, and sprinted over to the hooch to grab my gear. I returned fire on a 240 while wearing my plate carrier, Ranger panties, and Crocs while at a full chub. The ANA commander avoided me for the rest of the deployment.
I'm sure they already did this, but promote ahead of Pierce.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I've been thinking they did too.
Yeah.
What more to say?
Yeah.
That guy's probably working at the Pentagon right now.
If not, he needs to be. Make that guy the president.
Love it. Love it. All right.
Trying to decide if you want to share it or not.
No, we're going to do this one. Yeah, we're going to do this one. All right. All right. Air Force Basic Training, or whatever. February of 2009.
Or whatever. That's the
Whatever you
official
call
title.
Security Force.
Okay, so almost basic.
Almost basic training. On the first night, after having about a dozen people violently scream at us for an hour or so, helping us get settled in it, as they called it, we met in the day room where our instructor was briefing us at his desk, which faced the whole room where we were seated cross-legged. He asked for questions, to which I decided to ask, being a Wisconsin boy with ADHD, now in Texas. What is the temperature supposed to be here during the winter? Will there be snow? To which she replied by standing up, turning around to the whiteboard, started to draw something that looked like a map, arrows, etc. She then turns back after drawing this weather map. It appears we have a front moving in, then screams violently at me, "Do I look like a goddamn weatherman to you, Trady?" I felt a mix of emotions that I probably will never feel all at once ever again. Fear, embarrassment, and the amusement, because it was hilarious.
She committed to the bit, so I'm gonna promote her for that.
I'll second that. I'm gonna promote on that one.
Because that's funny. If you commit, she included drawings. She
Yeah.
gave a visual.
It's a visual. Yeah.
Instead of she could have just been like, "Do I look like a fucking weatherman?" and left it at that. But no, she committed to the bit, drew the whole picture. Yeah, promote her.
Dedicated to the craft.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yes.
Anything else would have just been like abstain courteously. But that
All right. You got the last one?
the last promoter demote. It's
Last
a little
one.
bit of a long story. It's a story that you know.
You know.
A dear friend of ours likes to tell this story, but we think it's hilarious. So the story starts with 2 sentences. Never touch the drill sergeants, even if you're dying. So 12 Bravo OSET, we made it to blue phase. Before going into the chow hall, the drills told us we had earned the ability to go to the salad bar. For 6 weeks, I've been staring at them pickle spears thinking, I need them crispy ass pickles. So of course, I'm pumped about getting some pickle spears. I grabbed 3 and sat down. What we didn't know was the drill sergeants were about to fuck us up to reel in our excitement. Everyone remembers what it was like to eat in the chow hall in red phase, but of course we forgot that day. So the drills decided to remind us by screaming that red phase countdown shortly after we sat down to eat. I started scarfing them pickle spears down and choked when old buddy started skipping numbers under 10 seconds. The good old 10, 9, 7, 5. Like actually choking. Not the first time I choked on a pickle spear, but that's another story. Anyways, I turned around and thank God there's a female drill sergeant walking by. Unable to speak, I grab her shoulder, giving the universal sign for I'm choking with my hands at my throat. Pride, I know you did not fucking touch me. I know you did not fucking touch me. I'm still choking. Private, you gotta be kidding me. There's no fucking way you are trying to die in my chow hall right now, Private. So everyone stops and stares. I don't know if she didn't know how to do the Heimlich maneuver or if she was just on one, but she balled her fist and uppercutted my ass in the diaphragm. The pickle spear shot out across the chow hall floor. I swear to God, if that shit would have gotten on my boots, don't you ever try dying in my fucking chow hall again. I was so embarrassed. Needless to say, for the next 9 weeks, at every meal, she was all over my ass. In the field, in the chow hall, just making sure I wasn't going to try to kill myself again. I mean, I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do if you're choking, but don't touch drill sergeants. Misunderstanding on my part, you know. On the flip side, she did save my life. Maybe even saved me from the overwhelming embarrassment of dying choking on a phallic shaped object in basic training. I'm promoting the drill sergeant. And our dear friend would not be a master sergeant with you any longer because I'd demote his ass.
No, no way.
For
No way.
one to eat a pickle. Of all the things that you get the privilege. I mean, and don't get me wrong, in basic training, I was stoked for some of the stuff that I got to eat. Like for Thanksgiving, they gave, like I was there for Thanksgiving, so they gave us like a Thanksgiving meal. Awesome, loved it.
Mhm.
But the last thing I was thinking about was a damn pickle. I'm just being honest.
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here.
That and he's my friend, so I feel like, of course, I got to demote his ass.
I'm just going to add that this individual has a seemingly lifelong, complicated relationship with pickles. Oddly. I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave that at that. Hey, okay. Second, promote the whole story. I don't know if you can pin it in the comments but that, and to hear him tell it is even better. To hear that story in the first person. The first time I did, I mean, I couldn't catch my breath. It's fantastic.
Yeah. He's got a way with words.
We're promoting the drill sergeant, and we're promoting the individual who was choking on the pickle because it's him. You know, some people have a knack for just. Obviously it's not maybe the right place at the right time, but they're always in a place and time to be in the center of it all. And this particular individual, he's been in the center of a lot over the course of his life and career, and that just fits. That just fits.
We told another one of his stories before. I don't know if you knew it about him sticking his hand in shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's his own shit.
Well, but wait, there was more to that story though, didn't he?
He had somebody else.
He was using somebody else's truck and used their glove.
And he used their glove and then left the gloves in the vehicle when he gave the truck back.
So the truck smelled like shit.
And so everybody thought it was like him, not.
Yeah, like I said, and he's the perfect storm of somebody who's been at the center of a lot, and he's someone who really can tell a story. So, promote all the way around, and you gotta watch out for those pickles.
That's okay. I'll change my tune.
This might be his Christmas gag gift. He's got we got to keep it going.
I'm gonna get him a jar of pickles.
Just get him a big jar of pickle spears. Yeah.
He's got to be supervised. He can't eat them alone.
If we ever have him on the pod, I'm just gonna have some pickles sitting.
Yes.
Ready for him. Like, hey man, just in case you need a snack. Okay, well, that does it for Promote or Demote. So, wrapping things up, we do a news round. I'm pretty happy about this news round. I tried to do Nassim proud, so hopefully he hears this and is proud of it. This one, I've actually been seeing this one a lot on TikTok and stuff too, so it's been getting kind of viral. So, soldiers at a Georgia Combat Engineer Unit can get official time off to play the new Grand Theft Auto. If and only if they sign up for more years of service. The off-beat incentive is being offered to soldiers by the command of the 9th Brigade Engineer Battalion at Fort Stewart, Georgia. According to a memo circulating on social media, it was also confirmed by Army officials. According to the memo signed by Lieutenant Colonel Ryan Hodgson, the 9th Engineer Battalion Command Soldiers in the unit who reenlist between August 1st and November 14th of 2026 will get a special 4-day pass that is specifically designated to coincide with the highly anticipated release of the video game Grand Theft Auto 6. How do you feel about that?
So this is not promote or demote.
No. This is like
this
news
is true
round.
fact. This
your
is something
opinion.
that's going to happen.
What do you think about this?
Do you think that is a good incentive?
I appreciate any outside the box technique to retain or recruit soldiers, right? And so, I have found that I have a hard time relating to the generation of younger soldiers, right? So if that's what motivates them, it don't motivate me. But 4 days of playing a video game, I mean, okay, let's try it out. All right, let's try it out. Now, on the flip side, you've heard the phrase, it's a trap.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You get 2 days off because it's a Friday and a Monday that you're getting off.
That you might get off, Hunter. Let's
Sure.
be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know how many times I've been told I'm going to get time off? And I find myself at work at some stupid hour doing something stupid.
I mean,
looking more into the memo, it does state that the days off will be, it's basically like they're going to talk with the soldiers and plan the days off. So that tells me that it's like, it's supposed to coincide with the game's release. The game comes out on like a Thursday or something.
Right.
So it would be perfect if it comes out on Thursday, you get off of work, and now you got 4 days to do whatever you want with this game.
And you're telling me there's nothing in that memo about unless mission dictates otherwise?
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is. People aren't like looking into that part because they're sharing all the news because they think this is hilarious. But keep in mind, when I tell you this game is highly anticipated,
yes.
People have been waiting a decade for this game to come out. So, like the Grand Theft Auto, this is Grand Theft Auto 6. The 5th one has been re-released on other systems in the meantime and like recreated. So people have been really waiting on this game.
I admire the creativity, and if it results in extended contracts, then mission accomplished. I've been in long enough to know
that it's probably like, oh, we'll give you a Friday. Well, it says 4-day pass, so and you can't give a whole battalion a 4-day pass.
You can technically, but
I mean, the thing about pass is like it's mission. It's dictated by mission, right? Because like technically we're on pass every weekend, right? But we can always be told, hey, like show up here at XYZ time for whatever period of time they decide that we're going to be there. And unless you're on leave, that is approved, and you're, whoever is like above you that's in charge of your leave doesn't cancel it, like you're going to be there.
Look, as George Bush said, there's an old saying in Texas, and actually it's in Tennessee too. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, well,
can't get fooled again.
You're not going to fool me again. All right.
Right. Yeah.
Isn't that the quote?
Yes. Well, can't get fooled again.
Did not get me with that.
Then you even hit. Well, it's actually in Tennessee too. That like the whole quote. That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that quote.
Steel trap.
All right. Well, that is our news round. That is the episode. So once again, we want to thank you for coming on, Matt Sarnt.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's not every day we get special guests, so glad you wanted to be a part of this. As always, guys, you can find us on Instagram, Spotify. We're like, if you Google the Step Sergeant podcast, we're like the first 10 things that come up. So, everybody knows how to Google. I'm not going to insult your intelligence unless you want me to. You dirty girl. Anyway.
So as Hunter was saying, please
yes,
like and subscribe. We are at the point where we're kind of in that breakout stage. So we need your likes, we need your subscribes. We're trying to get to that next level. We got some good things coming that are in the works. We're hoping to get some cool like swag and do some giveaways and stuff like that in the upcoming month or two. and we need you guys' help to be able to do that. So please like and subscribe.
And definitely comment. We appreciate reading all your comments, the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're here for it. We take the feedback and with a grain of salt. I promise we're not talking shit behind your back about how
Yeah.
you're talking shit to us.
No worries. I don't get
definitely
offended.
not that.
Don't get offended when you guys make fun of my poor reading. So
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay. It's just part of the podcast. So
Yeah. But we do appreciate the feedback and we appreciate the comments. We read them. We share the ones that we like and the ones that we find because there is a lot of comments. So continue to do that. Continue to share it. As always, stay stuck with us.
And hey, I like I said, this is my first time being on TV, and my wife doesn't even know that I'm about to be famous yet. So I just need. I will not be responding to any fan mail. I'm too busy.
We have secretaries for that.
So please, with peace and love, no fan mail. It will not be answered. And yeah, I just, being famous is it's gonna be a new challenge for me. So really, yeah, thanks for having me on and introducing me to all those people out there in TV land and
TV land.
yeah, no, it's a lot of fun and yeah, hopefully I did a good enough job where I get to be a returning guest.
Absolutely.
definitely.
I'll have my writers, work on the jokes, the punchline a little bit, but yeah, it's a great discussion. Like, I mean, one of the things that connects veterans, service members is just, it's that unique experience that you can't just go talk to anybody about it. And, you guys are creating a vehicle where, like, some of these stories, like I said, the one, I feel like I was there. I did that. Like, did I write that? And it's like, it's, um, it's great for people to have, um, a method to relate and reflect on their service and like appreciate the time that they had in uniform because um I'm at the point where it's like I got to grow up and get a real job now and eventually go out into the civilian world, and I thought I was going to wear the uniform forever, and here we are. It's like coming up on retirement and really being able to look back and appreciate the time. So I just think it's really cool that you guys have opened that up as a discussion for people to engage in. And so yeah, great job. And hopefully I'll see you on another episode.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Appreciate the AAR.
Got an AAR.
You got 3 bads you want to add?
Yeah, I'll have bullet comments. I'll send them up.
Gotcha.
Nice.
We won't share those. Sorry, guys. But once again, appreciate you, Master Sergeant. And yeah, love you guys.